Hi guys, I'm Damon Holter from Fired Up Food, and I'm at a barbecue competition today. We're cooking lots of different things, and I'm going to show you what we do with ribs when we're cooking for competition. Now the ribs that I have here, these are pork spare ribs. They're not baby backs. The baby backs are the curved ones that are actually closer to the back of the animal. This is closer to the belly. And the St. Louis cut of spare rib has the rib tips removed, so everything's kind of nice and squared up. All we have are the bones going through here and lots of really succulent meat all around it. In order to do ribs properly, the first thing you need to do is you need to flip these over and remove this piece of membrane right here. This is called a pleura. We remove that pleura because if we don't, our rubs will not adhere to the meat. This will prevent us from getting a lot of that flavor deep down inside. And it's also a really tough membrane. So when you bite into it, it's kind of stringy and chewy, and it doesn't give you that fall off the bone tender piece that most people like. Okay, so we want to remove this membrane here, and to do that, we need to kind of work our fingers underneath it. You can use use a knife, use even a handle of a spoon or a fork, until you can kind of get a hold of that. And I try and work my fingers in underneath it so that I can at least start to pull it away. Now this membrane is really slippery, so grabbing a hold of a paper towel gives you the leverage that you can actually get under there and pull. I grab that membrane, I'm going to work it off of the back side, and then I can pull the entire thing right off in one piece, just like that. The other thing that I want to do to the back side is just make sure that I trim off any little pockets of fat, because I certainly want all of my rub to adhere to the meat. That's going to give me a nice flavor. It's going to create that nice crusty bark that gives you that great bite through mouthfeel. And that's about all you need to do. A little bit of trimming on the back side, and I bring my attention to the front. There's always, on a St. Louis cut of spare rib, there's always a little pocket of fat right up at the beginning here. And the same thing, I don't want to put a bunch of rub on there and then bite into just all this greasy fat. So I'll kind of trim that off just a little bit. Sometimes it's pretty pronounced, other times there's really not that much to it. So once we get a little of that off, I've got a little extra fat over here as well. A little bit of a front membrane, we can cut that away. There we go. And then it's ready to get some rub.